I was called to do this video. Narcissists that are convinced that they are not narcissists. People are never going to think that they are narcissistic. They're going to call you a narcissist. Even when you call them out, you show them, the description of a narcissist, they're still not convinced. But why is that? Well, my friends, I'm going to explore that in this video. Hello and welcome back. So this video I was called to do, like so many people had written in over the last month and said, Anushka, why is it that narcissists don't actually see that they are narcissists, even when you call them out, even when you tell them they are a narcissist, they just don't see it? Well, my friends, there is a reason for this. There is a reason why they do not see this and why they will not recognize that they are narcissistic. I mean, think about it, right? Who wants to admit that they are a narcissist? Although you do get the odd few that are very proud of the fact, very proud of the label that they are a narcissist. So this is what I'm going to be exploring in the video. But before I do, I just want to say that I do go live on this channel once a week. And if you have any questions or there's something on your mind, I would say join the live, because you might be lucky that I do answer your question. And also, if you are struggling or you want some support, you do know that we do have the live chat that goes alongside the live stream. And this community, I've got to say, I am so grateful. Love you guys. We've hashtagged it and called it the Anushka family because you are my family. And so when I do go live, there is a really supportive community on the live chat that is there, and they are very active. So this could help to uplift and empower any of you that might be struggling at this moment. If you want to know more, please see the description box below. So let me get comfortable here. Okay, so narcissists usually don't think that they are narcissists. It's funny though, because they do actually recognize that something isn't okay with them, something isn't quite right. So they do tend to kind of say, well, I don't have any emotions, or I might feel like I'm autistic, I might be bipolar, yada, yada, yada. Like they'll say all of that kind of stuff. So you know what? They recognize that something isn't okay there. They recognize that something just doesn't actually fit. So they know. And this is what I want to say to you guys. They know. On some level, they know that something isn't quite right. So when you call them out, and I just want to say that don't actually ever do that. Don't ever call a narcissist out. Don't ever say to a narcissist that they are a narcissist. And you know why? Because they're always going to deflect. They're going to deflect it back and say that you are the narcissist. Might not be straight away, but it will be in an argument, because it's quite embarrassing to say to someone, hey, I think you're a narcissist. I think there's something not quite right with you. Think about it. If someone said that to you, would you take it on? Would you think, oh, okay, I just take it, I'm a narcissist, I have a personality disorder. You are calling the narcissist out. You are calling them out and saying, I see you. I see through you. I know that there's something not quite right with you. So these are my findings. I've done my research, and this is what I have found. You've got to understand that this information isn't going to be looked upon with joy and happiness. No, they are going to deflect. They are going to say that they are not narcissistic. And do you know what that's going to do to you? That's going to frustrate you even more. Even though, my friends, if they were just to kind of see it for what it is and stop being so defensive and maybe kind of understand that, okay, do you know what? Maybe I need help. Maybe I need to sort this out. Maybe I need to do something about this. And you know what? Then it will be okay. But the narcissist isn't going to do that. You know why? Because their defenses are sky high. They're built so high. And you exposing them in this way is really just amplifying all of the things that are wrong with the narcissist. And they're not going to thank you for it. They are going to deflect. They are going to be defensive because understanding, recognizing that something is not quite right with them is really embarrassing for them. They hate the fact that this is the case. They don't like this. They're not going to be happy that you have done this. So you have to realize that even though I know that you have done this from the kindness of your heart, you want to help them, and all they need to do is go to therapy, to like psychotherapy, to understand, you know, their childhood, what has happened, put it into some sort of order, and hey presto, do you know what? The healing can take place and this person will be okay. But unfortunately, I know this is heartbreaking. It doesn't happen like that. Narcissists don't usually go into therapy unless there is an agenda behind it. And even though when they do go into therapy, they just intellectualize their emotions. They cannot feel. And that is what you have to understand, is that they don't feel the emotions the same way that me or you do. They have numbed them out. Because of the trauma from their childhood, they don't want to go back and re-experience that. That's not what they want to do here. They want to run away from that, because running away, okay, that has helped them to get to where they are. That has helped them to make sense of their reality, sense of their life, and that's how they live it. They're not changing for anybody. They're not going to do that. So the fact that you call them out and you say, oh, hey, you are presenting narcissistic traits. You know what? Even if they were to go into therapy, even if they were to go and get diagnosed, do you know how many people actually get diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder? A very small percentage, because it isn't something that is recognized. A narcissist knows how to lie. A narcissist knows how to deflect. So when they are asking them, when they're talking to the narcissist, they're going to tell them lies. They don't want to be exposed. This is something that they have spent a long time trying to run away from, trying to deflect. They're not going to say it. So think about that. Like, you know, even though in some miraculous reason you manage to get them into a psychiatrist to get diagnosed, they're not going to get diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. They might in fact get diagnosed with a personality disorder, but it probably won't be narcissistic. It could be something like borderline with narcissistic traits. But the thing is, being diagnosed with a personality disorder is a big deal, because this is an Axis 1 disorder, and this is a very serious disorder. And so they will be medicated. They will have to go for checkups with their psychiatrist. There's going to be rules and stipulations that a narcissist is not going to conform. They're not going to want to do that, which is why they will deflect, which is why they will lie. They don't want to do that. The thing is, these defenses and this dysfunctional ego combined is what has got them to where they are now. They get their needs met from different people, including yourself if you're still in contact with one. And you see, being called out like that is really embarrassing, particularly if the narcissist has quite a considerable standing or a status within a community, or they have a job, which means that they are in a position of power. They're not going to want to be diagnosed with that. That's going to be so embarrassing. That's going to be on their record. They're not going to do that. Also, the fact is, when you call them out and you say that about them, they're not going to admit that. So you see, my friends, this isn't something that is so easy that, you know, narcissists that don't want to admit that they're narcissists. Of course they don't. Of course they don't want to say that there's anything wrong with them. But you have to understand that they also don't recognize it within themselves. They also don't recognize that there's something wrong with them. So why would they want to agree with you? They don't want to. You see, this case is a little bit more complex than just saying, you know what, I want to help you, I know what's wrong. It's complex than that. There's so many things that are at play here. And this person has spent a lifetime trying to run away from what is wrong with them. It would mean that they would have to go back into childhood and relive that. And that could literally, in some cases, damage or kill a person emotionally. Even more so. to open up those wounds, to open up that trauma that you have spent so much time trying to hide and push down. So my friends, I know that a lot of you have either family members or ex-partners or partners that, or friends even, who have these traits. And it is really difficult because all you want to do is help them. But it's not the fact that you can't help them, it's that narcissists don't want to be helped. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to see through this. So it's not something that they are going to take on or want to take on very lightly. They don't want to change because whatever they do, they get their needs met. And so it's not something that is as simple as, this is what I think is wrong with you. Please, can you go and get help? It doesn't work like that. So a narcissist is never going to admit that they're a narcissist. They're just not. So if you are someone that is going through this at the moment and would like to talk to someone, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. I also have a mentorship, because if you would like to level up and get to the other side of your healing and understand this on a very different level, please know that I do offer the mentorship. Please see the description box below. I also have a free Discord server, which is filled with wonderful community members. This is a safe space for you to kind of talk about your experiences and share some ideas and things. So if you would like to join, please see the description box below. Guys, I really hope this video has helped, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.